I don't know if anybody will come in. We'll see. I'm gonna run some laps. Do I need this light on? See if anybody shows up. Ooh. One of the big girls. 66 in foul assets. Let's see if anybody's arrived. Not a soul. No, I did not announce this, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I'll stay on a little while. Maybe I'll do my time lapse and talk to myself. Just dancing with myself, Billy Idol. Dancing with myself. Myself. Can't even type. Dancing. I know sometimes when you do an impromptu, as they say, this is kind of like a mirrored look of my track. Am I right? From other videos? From when I do a video? Hey Ron, how are you? Kind of an impromptu thing, running a few laps, see who shows up here, and you get enough people that show up, I'll run some time lapse. What I'm running is this. I gotta stand up. It's a '66 Impala Super Sport that I built on an H&R chassis. So big old girl, good runner though. Run some laps with that. See who shows up. See if I can answer if anybody has any questions. Let me do a couple laps for you. Ron, I know that I can't see what you're typing, but you can hear me. Is this a little different look, a different view, like a mirrored view from my usual videos? It looked like it to me, but another great running car, fun to drive. Put it on the edge and the tail comes out real easy. Watch. Catch any of that, Ron? I'm gonna float that. Looks good. Is the video flipped from my typical videos? Like I always thought this corner down here was at this end when I make my videos. Kind of hard, huh? Yeah, the car's really cool. It has pretty much a full interior in it too. The rear deck lid, the dash, and these H&R chassis are really, really nice to build on. Fun cars to build using those chassis. Anybody that's never built a car, that's it's the same. Okay, that's funny. I have to look at that. I'll see if anybody shows up here. If they do, I'll do some laps, some time lapse. If they don't, I'll just stop the live stream. Now it's not the same, it's reversed. See, I'm looking at a previous video, and this mural here is down this end. This flag is up there, this flag is down here. Yeah, the whole thing is just mirrored. It must be because I'm doing this on StreamYard, I'm guessing. I just sent a message on Discord to some people to let them know that I'm on. Ronnie, you on Discord? If you're not, you should join the Discord Slot Yard. It's an excellent website, not a website. You can have voice and video chat. You can post videos. You can private message people, and it's all like YouTube, guys. Well, what I'm seeing, they are backwards, Ron. Like right here, can you see my cursor right there? That's the A in America, and it runs that way. Is that not how you're seeing it? I'm not really familiar with StreamYard, so. Yeah, this looks like where the A is, and it reads that way. America. Same thing with the Canada. C's over here. CA. Whoop, look out. Caught in my wires. Okay. Oh, you are in the Discord. Oh, so it reads okay to you. It just looks funny to me. Okay. All right. I get it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Because it all looks flipped to me. Yeah, Discord's a great resource, huh? A lot of info there. I just like how I can communicate with people. YouTube is good, but the Discord lets you do things more personal, one on one. Like some nights we have some groups of 4 or 5 guys in there in in the lounge. Nobody in there tonight yet. A lot of these guys are a lot younger than me, so they go in there at 11 o'clock at night, and I'm already sawing wood by then. I haven't done many videos lately. I drop one every Tuesday morning on my scratch build cars. I think this is number 7. My scratch builds out of about 15. and I just do time lapse and see where they stand on my Smart Race leaderboard. Other than that, I got a couple of builds going. I got my grandson's 71 Mustang we're working on. Get a lot of the chassis work already done on this one. For the 71 Mustang. That's going to be yellow with the black trim. And then I'm working on this Sunbeam Tiger. That's going to be British Racing Green. I haven't decided if I'm going to make it a race car or leave it a street car yet. Haven't made up my mind. This is the chassis that my grandson and I have started. Just a little brass chassis, very simple. We've got both axles in, axle holders rather. We have the motor mount in. We only have an hour, about an hour at a time when he's here that we can work on it. He's surprisingly patient. I told him it wasn't something that was going to happen overnight, and he understood that. He just turned 11, so I'm very thankful of that he's a parent of that. Phone is full of videos. I just can't seem to find the time to edit them. You know, Ron, I do a video or two a week. I don't edit at all. Whatever happens, happens. I know that a few weeks ago, I spilt the beer all over the place. I didn't edit it out, and nobody mentioned it. I don't know if anybody even noticed. So I don't worry too much about editing. It would be nice to know how, but I don't know how to do it yet. I think there'll be a couple of people showing up here shortly. I'd just as soon not run my time lapse with nobody here, but I'll just do a video on it if that's the case. I'll mess around here trying a camera change. See if I can do that. Don't know that I can. Hey, Joe. Thanks, man. Can I do a camera change here? That's what I'm thinking of trying right now. Trying to think how I did this. I know you don't have StreamYard, Joe. You get all that fancy shit. The version I have will only allow one cam at a time. Okay, am I back? Am I here? This is what I was going to run tonight, Joe. That 66 Impala. Okay. I was going to do some time lapse with it, but I won't bother doing it enough unless a few people show up, you know. I can just make a video. I ran a few laps with it earlier. Car runs really good. Ron's been in here helping me out. This the view that I'm seeing is mirrored, and Ron is seeing it the correct way. Yeah, that's what I did in the beginning, Joe. That's how I got this camera up. Because originally I had the one right on the face cam. I let a few people know on Discord that I was on. I was hoping a few more might stop in. Hey, everybody's got a life. They got things they're doing. And I didn't announce I was going to do a live tonight. Hey, David. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Unannounced live stream tonight. I was going to do some time lapse. We'll see if enough people show up to bother with it. I got the 66 Impala I was going to run, David, on a H&R chassis. Urethane tires. We'll see. Yeah, I know that, Joe. I just I was having a few beers tonight. Felt like running a couple of cars, so I just said, well, I'll go on live and see if anybody shows up. I wasn't very successful with the Wednesday night 7 o'clock lives. Yeah, Chris Baskowski asked me the other day if I was going to continue doing the 7 o'clock Wednesdays, and I said, you know, I think I did 3 weeks in a row, and a few people came, and I the way I answered them was, if I have something to talk about or something to show, maybe I'll do it, but I don't want to just do it for the sake of doing it. You know? Went to the beach today. It was beautiful. Awesome day at the beach. Can only go for like 3 hours. You just coach you if you stay longer than that. It's funny to go and watch all the friggin' snowbirds and all the northerners. They got gallons of sunscreen, and they get the spray thing right. There's a little breeze down the beach every. It's always a little breeze there, so they spray in $100 worth of sunscreen, and they get 6 cents worth on their body. It's funny as hell. Oh, you're at work, David? It's good when you have a job that you can surf YouTube. That's a good job. I'll run a few laps while you guys are here. See if anyone else shows up. One of the big girls I built. I like them. This is actually the car that I got married in. 66 Impala Super Sport, but mine had a cream colored. It was almost the same color, a little more rust color than maroon, and it had a cream colored vinyl roof and cream and brown leather interior console. It was loaded inside. Did not have power windows though. It had roll up windows, and it had a Craig PowerPlay 8-track. I got married in August of '72 in this car. So I've actually built 4 of the cars that I've owned. The '57 Chev that I haven't made into the slot car yet. This one, the '66 Impala. The '70 Gremlin, '72 Gremlin. The '86 Corvette. And I have one of the other Corvettes that I owned, but I had to purchase that. I didn't build it. And I still have one of the Corvettes I've owned to build. Nice car, huh? See that, Joe? All those laps, not one D slot. Thanks, Ron. I'm glad you came by. Really appreciate it. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Joe. I was hoping Big Oak would come by. We could talk about how few cars I had. He's out of town. Yeah, that's what he said. I have rookie numbers. Rookie numbers for cars. I only have 39. And I can't find time to run them. You know? Like some will sit for months and they'll never run, right? So I really slowed down on building this year. Building my grandson's Mustang, '71 Mustang. That's a slow process because he's not here for that long at any one time. I made some progress on the Sunbeam Tiger. I got it in primer. I'm gonna wet sand it. I'll probably wet sand it and paint it the next couple of days. I got a little work. This is one of the chassis, Joe, that we got from Quebec. I'm gonna modify it and use it for the Sunbeam Tiger because I like some of the things that the guy did, as we've talked about. And I thought of a solution. Remember we talked the other night about that independent front axle? how this front axle's independent. The front tires spin on their own, right? And there's a cap on the end. Well, I think I figured out how I can do that. There are, have you ever bought a picture hanging kit and it has little brass nails in it? Well, I think I can cut those heads off with my Dremel, or I have a saw outside, a small little table saw. Cut those heads off, and then I can recreate this end on this axle. I can just solder that brass end to the axle. So I'm going to research that. I think I found a solution. Well, to modify that, I'm going to have to it's hard for me to show you with this camera. I'm going to have to shorten it up to make wheelbase fit right. But the way this chassis is built is this slides inside that, right? So once I figure out what the wheelbase is, I can chop some of this off and slide it in further to make the wheelbase right. Then I have to mount the motor bracket back here. And I got to take these two pieces off because I'm going to use my own axle holder back there that I use. Because I put bearings in. With this, you can't put the bearings in. It's got to be round tube. So I'll change that too. So yeah. So that's the plan. And then I got like 5 other cars in the pipeline. Could you put some flux paste as well? I don't know what you mean by that. I use flux to I don't use flux paste to solder brass. I use flux paste to solder wire. I use liquid flux to solder brass. Flux paste doesn't really work on soldering brass. It's good for soldering wires. Yeah, liquid flux, not paste. Not paste. I just use paste on wiring. It really doesn't work on brass application. I use let me show you what I use. It's called Stay Clean liquid flux for brass. Just a little bit, and the solder will just run around. It works really well. And then I have a little tin of flux paste for like wiring up the braids. Yep. So this is what you should get. What the hell am I dropping? Okay. This is what you should get for your first scratch build. You ought to get an H&R chassis and whatever model you're gonna build, paint it up, figure out how you want to body mount it. That's how you should start. You should start with that before you mess around with building your own chassis. You'll get a lot of satisfaction out of building it like this. It'll run great, and then move on to building your own chassis. I would recommend that to anybody to do it that way. If you, I'm just the reason I say that is I'm concerned that somebody will try and build their first brass chassis, and it's there's a learning curve there, and you might get discouraged if you go strictly right to a brass chassis on your own, a scratch built one. So I would recommend that you build a car off of one of those chassis or a scale auto chassis first to get a feel for scratch built. I don't think that I built any brass scratch built chassis the same. I'm always trying something different every time. There's always something a little bit, well, let me try this and see if it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't work, I don't do it again. I think of something else. Like I can't wait to, I'm going to order brass to try and replicate what that Quebec guy did with the smaller channel inside the larger channel. It's a great idea, and it's completely adjustable wheelbase. It's really, really cool. This is such a great idea. You can set your wheelbase, solder it solid, wire it up. Man, it's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? Kind of like Edison and the friggin' light bulb, right? That's right, David. You do need a good jig. I have it's outside, not in here. I have it outside at my soldering station. I have a ceramic board with pins, metal pins, and I can pin the brass rails down. You know. Hi, Brad. Glad you stopped by, Brad. Yep, a good jig and a good set of calipers. Well, they don't even have to be that good. They just have to be accurate. Good jigs, set of calipers, decent soldering iron, and patience. I think that's the biggest thing you need is patience. Soldering requires a lot of patience to do it right. Like I look at the first builds that I did, and my soldering sucked. And every build now, it gets better and better and better because I have more patience. I'm not in a rush. Hey, Fox and Wolves, how are you? Glad you stopped by. Because you're not French. You're right, I'm not French. I heard that the separatists are going to be part of the U.S., though. There, you guys in Quebec, eh? Hey, Wolves, I was going to run a car tonight. Do some time lapse if there were enough people here. I might do it regardless. So let's not go there. You don't want the French. I know that. But that's the talk I'm hearing today. Was the separatists are talking to Trump. Your dad took it, yeah. Hey, your dad's a good builder, David. I've seen some of his work, man. He builds some beautiful cars. Hub is Shane has showed some of the cars that your dad has built. They're really, really cool. I'd love to get a hold of some of those Australian bodies, the Holdens and Monaras and stuff, right? I'd build them. I don't know, who was it? Slotnick. Those cars that Slotnick built, those are cool as hell. Yes, he is, Brad. I bet he is, Dave. Yep. Great cars he builds. I find that that's what I'm getting the most enjoyment from is building. I like the run. Hey Eric, thanks for stopping by. I find that I get the most enjoyment out of building something and watching it run on the track rather than something that I buy, you know? I guess that's why I've been doing this series of lap timing for the scratch build cars. Eric's got some cool builds coming. I see him doing some building. Hi Dan, thanks for stopping by. Holy cow. All right, why don't you guys mingle and talk amongst yourselves, and I'll do some time lapse with this 66 Impala Super Sport, and then I'll come back and see where we stand. All right? Have a good chat. I'm going to do 15 laps. I'll try and stay out of the way. If you have any sound here. Oh, that was dumb. Appears to be operator error. Imagine that. New qualifying. Where's the volume buttons? Over here. Okay. Qualifying 15 laps. Here we go.
Three, two, one, go.
66 Impala Super Sport, H&R chassis, Paul gauge urethane front and rear. She's a big girl. It'll probably be in the tens. I'm guessing down around, out of 39 cars, it'll probably be about low 30s, maybe 32. I've only got 3 cars that break. Ooh, almost lost it. I've only got 3 cars that have broken 9 seconds on this track. Got 3 in the 8, few in the 9, most of, excuse me, most of 10 plus. I think the track record holder is Cale Auto Viper, and number 2 is a Porsche Carrera Porsche 911, and the 3rd is my 63 Impala NASCAR that I built. The 3rd, and they're the only ones under 9 seconds. Gel Claw tires. I bought some, and I put some on a 37.4, but they rub a little bit. So when I get them in, I'm going to true them down so they don't rub. I don't know anything about those tires, and they're not your thing. They're synthetic rubber. I thought I'd try them. I just don't want anything that's going to take any of what I've got laid down on this track. But this gets faster every month. The more I run it, the faster the track gets. This car is cool as hell. Yo, you see what it's like running laps without using your pickup stick? The whole idea is keep it on the track. It's the only way you're going to win a race, man. No wonder Jen kicks your ass. This isn't even counting my laps. What the hell's going on here? No times yet. Well, this has been fun. Yep, never recorded a lap. Said green flag and did nothing. Good car. Big okay, Mike. Well, I messed those lap times up. I don't know what happened. We're going to see it. Yep. Great track, Dan. I love that track, man. I ran Gran Turismo from the very first release till 2020, till COVID hit. And I ran every season of that came out. And Laguna Seca was one of my favorite tracks. Let's see what happened here. Why did not record anything? You guys keep chatting away.
Red flag.
Okay, we get sensors.
3, 2, 1, Go.
No times yet. What the hell is going on? Wonder if I lost my connection. It was quite a while. Let's see. That could be it. It was a long time between when I set it up. All right, I'm gonna have to close this completely, I think, and start again. Naturally. Okay. All right.
Red flag.
Let's see if a dummy with a smartphone can figure this out. My kids, that's what my kids say. Dumbass with a smartphone. Okay, let's try this again.
Three, two, one, go.
Yep, that was the problem. It had been too long since I originally set it up. So it went in sleep mode.
Unassigned to the new fastest map.
Oh yeah, now it's got this recording is unassigned.
Fastest lap by unassigned.
Sometimes Smart Race is stupid.
Fastest lap by unassigned.
There we go.
Unassigned to the new fastest lap.
Unassigned to the new fastest lap.
Fastest lap by unassigned.
I've probably done 50 laps with this car tonight. And it keeps getting faster. Nothing better than seeing something that you built going around the track. Way better than buying one. Look, Dale happy. Look, Dale happy. Get the big girl's ass out there. Couple more laps. See if we can get some lap times here.
Fastest lap by
Fastest lap by unassigned. She ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, that girl. Oh. That big ass out too far. One more lap. Keep it together.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to unassigned. Where's the confetti? Hey, Joe, if you need one of these, I'll send it to you because I don't need it. Let's see how the big girl did. Are you still here, fellas, or did you bail? I wouldn't blame you if you bailed. Run your BRM. I got a couple of those, Brad. I got the Camaro Black, and I've got a. Oh, see this. A best 606 6.062. So that's a ghost lap. That's not right. See, I probably stuffed this up again tonight doing this. Okay, let's go to 25th. 10.173. That sounds better. Oh, yeah, it's fucked up. Because then it's got a 28. Yeah, this is not right. Let's go to the car. Chris would like some stickers. Chris, have I sent you any stickers on the Camaro? All right, give me a few minutes to straighten this out if I can. Yeah, that's 6.062. That's not right. That must have been a shadow or something. The best lap is at 10.314, which puts that like 25th. It's pretty cool. See what else is around it. Scale Auto Vet, the 58 T-Bird, the Sebring Grand Sport, the Cobra. Yeah, it's right in there. All right, Brad, you want me to run that BRM? Let me dig it out. I'm not going to time it tonight. I'll just run some laps with it. I haven't run it for a while. I'll tell you, the BRM cars for me have been the cars that are the most difficult for me to get to run well on my track. I don't know why. It's a very well built. But both the Camaro and the 240Z took some time to get them to run right on my track, get the right tires, the right weight. Of course, I don't run any magnets. That's the Camaro Black, BRM, metal chassis, BRM tires. I haven't changed these tires out at all, have I? Yes, I have. I'm lying. I have Paul gauges on the rear. Paul gauge tires on the rear. Let me throw a little lube on this. I haven't run it for a while. I think I've convinced myself to purchase the Alfa GTA and the BMW 2002 BRMs rather than build them, because those were two cars that ran in the American Trans Am series. But I can build them, but not for a lot cheaper than I can just buy them from BRM. So I'm thinking I'll buy those two cars. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to find 64, 65 Falcon bodies and 69, 70 Javelin bodies to try and complete that series. Those are the two hardest ones to find, are those two bodies. These tires are quick scuff. Oh, this is a digital car. Ha ha! Whoa! It says a chip in it. This BRM is digital. The 240Z is not. Okay. Y'all still here? Two GT40s, Chris, yeah. I have this Camaro and I have a 240Z. Like I said, I think I'm going to get the GTA Alpha and 2002 BRM. And if they ever get the American Trans Ams back out like the Mustangs, I'll buy one of them. But I waited for over a year for one of them and canceled my order. All right, here goes the Camaro Black in digital mode. Now I have to get out the thing that I was going to give to Joe. Well, this has been easy. There we go. Ever since I bought this, I've been thinking about changing out the guide to a slot invasion guide. The BRM guides are not as deep as like a Carrera or the scratch built cars. I've been thinking about changing the guide, but that's what caused that D slot. Is this guide is not deep enough for Carrera track? I don't think, in my experience. Now, see, this is only at 12 volts, and the BRMs can run at more voltage, but there's no need to. 12 volts is plenty. As you can see, it's fast enough. And it's way better with the Paul Gage tires than the original BRM tires, in my experience. Some other people may have different thoughts on that. I wonder if that's in the other lane. It looks like it is. See if we can get it to go up pit lane. Don't miss it that time. It's a great looking car. And this one comes with yellow inserts also. You can put the yellow inserts in the wheel. It'll fly. BRM Camaro Black. Hey, Hub. What's up, Shane? Glad you stopped by. Thaddeus, how are you, sir? I'm getting ready to make a brass order. I got a good idea from some Canadian guy on a chassis build, so I want to try him out. So, I have David, but most of the time I use either the model, um, either the model interior, and I trim it with a Dremel to make it fit, or I use a beer coaster and I cut it to fit, and I mount my driver on the beer coaster and my dash. But I do have some Lexans, David. I don't use them all the time. I don't think I've ever built two cars the same. I think if I look at every one of my builds, they're all different. I want to try something new every time, you know. GST, Anybody that doesn't have stickers, my email is in my YouTube channel. You can send me an email or you can contact me through Discord and private message with your address, and I will send you stickers. I got a new roll from Sticker Mule the other day, so I have stickers to send out. I'd be happy to exchange with anybody that's interested. All right, anything else you want to see, fellas? I've forgotten how enjoyable that car is. That's fun. Pat, are you building a car for June at Harry's? I forget what the challenge is. It's like a rat rod or a hot rod or something. No problem, Brad. It's a good car. So I think that Impala, that was the 7th scratch build. So that will take the place of a Tuesday video. Just live tonight. So the next Tuesday video will be scratch build number 8, which is a 62 pickup. Modified? Yeah, it's modified, Ted. Yeah. Hey, Tom. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, jalopies. Yep. Yeah, those are Shotgun Dave's favorites. Modifieds and jalopies. I thought I had a jalopy body, but I sent pictures to Harry, and Harry didn't think that it was a large enough scale. I think it is. I think it's 1/25th scale, but that's not a big deal. I'll just pass this time. Build something else. Yeah, those home racing world proxies are a lot of fun. Update video a little later on, hopefully on your builds, Tad. I hope. Another raffle project, yeah. Interior for 125th Bel Air. What year, David? This is gonna get paint in the next couple of days. The Sunbeam Tiger, British Racing Green, whatever that is. What year, Bel Air, David? Hi, Chris. I didn't see you come in. a bunch of laps with a 66 Impala, Chris. With this car, you can go back and watch the live in my videos if you're interested. I think Joe left because I ran about 50 laps without crashing. He didn't know what to think of that. Thanks for coming by, Chris. What are you building, Tad? You guys still hearing me? Nothing yet? No. What's your jalopy going to be, Tad? I think mine's too buried to find what I had in mind. I've got so many. I got boxes of stuff lined up to build. No, no jalopy. Just do a modified. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. I appreciate all of you coming by. I hope you saw something you liked. I didn't announce I was going to do this. I just felt like running some laps tonight, having a beer or two, and shooting the shit. So I appreciate all of you that stopped by. Permanent vacation, retired. Yep, I know, GST, me too. Thank you, Brad. Thanks everyone that came by. I really appreciate it. Maybe I'll figure out how I can announce when I'm going to do it. Tonight was really impromptu. I said, the hell with it, I'm just going to go on. So thanks for coming by. I really appreciate all of you. See ya.